Hey everyone, it's Tim again here, and sorry for my appearance right now, but it is midnight, and apparently God's not gonna let me sleep until I do this message. But a couple days ago, I was watching a preacher by the name of Beth Moore, and okay, just to let you know, before you get started, I have no time for that women don't preach crap. Okay, if you honestly believe that, you don't know your Bible, and honestly, I don't bother. I have no time. I cannot stand whining. Wow, this is starting off excellent, isn't it? But anyways, you know how I talk normally, and when you throw in the account I'm tired, trust me, it's only gonna get better from here, especially with the topic I have right now. But Beth was talking about when she was growing up and just how she did have a difficult childhood. Things like she was in church once and someone looked at her and literally went, "Oh, that girl's gonna get pregnant by the time she's 16 years old." And her first thought, she didn't say it, but her thought in response was, "Then why don't you help me?" You see, this is the problem a lot of churches or a lot of people in the church will have. They're so quick to make judgments or so ready to pass judgment or make decisions on what someone looks like or how they act or even what they did, but they continue on with their own lives. And not only that, when there's other churches that will do things like invite people in and try to help them, they mock them by calling them names like the Attic Church. Yes, when I was in Georgia, Alabama, that border, I was in Columbus, I went to church in Phoenix City. There was a church in Phoenix City that everyone actually did refer to as the Addict Church. I'll tell you what, I would much rather go to the Addict Church than another suit and tie church, the proper church, who, okay, this is who we're preaching to. We're going to heaven, no one else is. I can't bring anyone new here because I don't need this church darker than it already is. Then why do you have your church out? I mean, did Jesus not say to go into the world? And did he not himself eat with tax collectors, sinners, prostitutes, demon possessed? I mean, we turn people away and we hold these great, sorry, tired, remember, I'll get my words here in a minute. Yeah. We hold these churches where we get in front of the pulpit and we love to see how people are dressed for church, and we'll talk about how we have these old-fashioned altars where people can come up and be broken in front of the Lord, and just I'm so glad we have them. When we are kicking people out who are actually broken because we don't like the way they're dressed, and it breaks our heart because they dress like they just came in from track practice. You hypocrite. You lazy servant. How dare you talk about wanting to bring people in and heal the broken when you're ignoring thousands of people who are walking around and all they're doing is asking, "Please, somebody help me." Why is the church, instead of reaching out to the streets, going out on the streets and looking for the broken. We're sitting and we're pretty much ear tickling. You know how people laugh at the mega churches, saying that they can preach, you can live however you want and God still loves you. When you sit here and you demand that God's only going to save you if you have enough respect to be quiet and dress properly and listen to this type of music and only do this at this time, you're ear tickling. Because you're just tickling in entirely different people's ears. I cannot help on both sides. Especially the side where, oh, we're going to heaven and no one else is. What are you going to say when God asks you why you felt you had the right to lead an entire church straight into condemnation because you felt that it was right for you to preach what made you comfortable? Okay, I'm gonna cut it here before I start really going off, and I've already gone a bit too far, but honestly, I do think I have seen several churches who are getting better at reaching out for the hopeless, and I applaud them. But I do pray that more churches, every church, will start reaching more for the people who are hurting on the streets or neglected, and more for just sitting and preaching what makes them comfortable. That's all I have for this time. See you guys next time. Bye.